success to me is what is your potential in all areas of your life, and how close to your potential are you, your truest potential.
Getting advice can mean a lot to someone, or the complete opposite. Someone can give really bad advice, or they can give really good advice. And there's a lot of people in the media that give fake real advice.
Real advice, exactly.
Yeah.
It's fake. It's real. It's coming from them, but it's just not the best.
They're not
advice.
living it. Yeah, they're not living it.
You two have experienced people that have given you guys really bad advice and really good advice. So how do you differ on who to listen to and who not to listen to?
Well, you have to make sure that you're seeking and taking advice from people who are sitting in the space that you want to be in. There's going to be all these guys on social media. They're going to try and sell you a course, and they haven't made $1 million themselves, and they're trying to claim and teach you how to become a millionaire in 20 seconds. Like, how does this course even work, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're making 7 figures off the course. You know, they're not even making it outside of that.
So make sure you're learning from someone who's sitting in the space that you want to be in. For me, it was real estate. So I went to the top of the food chain, found the #1 realtor for the last 2 years in the company, and I found a way to attract him into my life by bringing intention and attention to get him into my life.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the short take on that, is just make sure you're listening to someone who's sitting in the space that you want to be in.
And for me, I can revert back to Dave again. He was like, I have never had a mentor in my life. Like, I worked with a lot of influencers and entertainers that seemed successful, but after spending a day with them, you'd realize, damn, like, dude, you got some work to do, man. Like, I wouldn't trade my life for theirs.
Right.
You know? And Dave was the first person that I met, really, that I was like, man, this guy has success in all areas of his life. Not just financially, but mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Like, this guy is the happiest guy alive. Like, you know, and that was just something that resonated with me. Like, I see a different, like, that's success to me. Not like, because someone, let's say someone that has the same or more amount of money than Dave, like, it doesn't make them happier. It doesn't make them more successful, like, in my eyes. Like, success to me is what is your potential in all areas of your life, and how close to your potential are you, your truest potential, right? Because at the end of the day, it could sound woo or anything, but the science is of vibrations, right? The slowest, starting with the earth, then plants, then animals, then human, then sound, then light, then thought. Thought vibrates the fastest, and the fastest thought is the truth, and this is scientifically proven. You can see they have machines that can actually trace your brain waves, right? So the truth vibrates the fastest. So when you sit in your truth, when I can come on here and say, no, we literally live our lives for this, right? And we indulge and we work our hardest, we put everything into this, I can say that with confidence, and it comes out at the highest vibration, and it resonates with the most amount of people because it's the truth, right? And at that point, you know, there's nothing you can say about that. It moves people, it resonates with people. And so the people that are out there trying to say this and that, or you can have financial success, right, without being happy. Right. You know, you can have financial success without being good on your habits. You can be obese and financially successful, right? Like, there's just success to me is in all areas of your life, right?
And just because someone loves you doesn't mean they'll give you good advice. I've had parents, I've had uncles, I've had everyone around me trying to tell me all these great things of how I should manage my money, how I should do something in business, but they're not even living it. Yeah. But they love me and they care for me and they want the best for me. But
and that's where you have to take that advice is. And when, like, even when I left Dave and went to Ed's company, when I first told my mom, she was like, no. She's like, don't do it. And it was just because she saw the growth that happened within me through Dave, and she thought because I was leaving that was going to stop. So in her mind, she was voting for what she thought was best for me. Right. She didn't want to see me fall on my face. Of course, she was my mom, right? So it's a matter of, just because they love you doesn't mean they give it good advice. I'm not going to go to my mom and ask her about business, right? If I want to learn how to deal with a stubborn ass kid, like, I'll go to her like when I need parenting advice, right? Like, how did you deal with me? You know, like, so it's just find out the advice that you're getting. Like, what advice are you getting from people, and what do they have in their background that makes them, you know, worthy of giving that advice, right? You're not going to go to someone who's very emotionally unstable and say, hey, how do you have happiness, right? Like, no, you know, it's a matter of understanding what your definition of success is and what your definition of what you want your life to look like, and figuring out who has that, who truly has that.